Hi guys, I hope you're having a good weekend. Though we don't have club football, it's a bit boring, but the internationals, at least they are worth a watch. Though they are not as very entertaining as the club games. But guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Among us, the international games, there was one club game, one good game, and it was Chelsea. Chelsea actually beat Bayern. Thomas Tuchel's Bayern was beaten by Chelsea. I'm just kidding. No, these were Chelsea legends who played against Bayern legends. So these are guys who've retired, basically the guys of the last 2 decades that have been at both clubs. So when you look at this game, it was a very exciting game. It was a very exciting game. And it was fun to see Chelsea scoring. Seeing Chelsea score like 4 goals made it very interesting for me. I never thought I missed Chelsea's scoring. Like, we are suffering. After seeing those 4 goals, I actually remembered to say, wow, we used to score goals. And one thing I noticed is these guys used to play football. Like, these guys were good because at their age, but they played in a way that you can see that, okay, the basic principles of football are the same. The movements you can see. These guys knew what they were doing. So does that mean the current Chelsea club, whatever, does it mean the current players are actually work? I'm not really sure, but I have to say I enjoyed it, and I wish the Chelsea that we have right now would just be like that. I wish they were like that. I wish we would go into games expecting Chelsea to score goals, like 4 goals. Yes. After we scored 3 goals against Luton, we were very excited, such that the following game I saw different people different pundits predict the scoreline against Nottingham Forest, and everybody was saying Chelsea is going to score goals, 2 or more goals, 2 or more goals, 2 or more goals.
A few minutes later.
It didn't happen. It was actually heartbreaking. Such that after that game, I had to go back to the Luton game, and seeing the goals that we had versus Luton, there wasn't that much team play in the goals. There was more like individual brilliance, which brings now another question. Is Chelsea relying on individuals to actually get the goals? Because if that's the case, we are screwed. We have a young squad. That squad is full of potential. People who are not yet realized. You see? People who are not yet realized. So when we look at that, what does that tell us? It tells us that there's not much experience, there's not much resistance, there's not much creativity to match the best of the best. And we all know who's the best. I hate the best. You know, I got used to the fact that Chelsea was playing well against strong teams. There was a time when we used to say Chelsea was a kind of team that used to be weak but strong when they met tougher opponents. And that is just sublime for me. A team has to have a little bit of fear factor such that even if a team is on the run to actually get a trophy, when they meet Chelsea, they know to say, oh, this club we've met, we have to approach the game with caution. These are guys who can easily beat us, you see. And that used to be Chelsea. I remember Ferguson at Manchester United dominating the Premier League. But no matter how much he dominated the Premier League, he always knew the Chelsea fixture was going to be the most difficult of the season. And that was not even a doubt. You can imagine the great Cristiano Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or at Manchester United. Made history. The great, the GOAT. But do you know that he never managed a Premier League goal against Chelsea? For all that time Ronaldo was at Manchester United, he never managed a Premier League goal versus Chelsea. That was Chelsea. That was the difficult Chelsea. That was the stubborn Chelsea. That was the grinding Chelsea. That was the hardworking Chelsea. That was the Chelsea with unlimited stamina. That was the Chelsea of pulling a rabbit out of anyone's ass. That was the Chelsea. And that was the Chelsea that we watched tonight, a few hours ago. You know, some players I even forgot were at Chelsea, like Thiago. He was class. And I remember I used to enjoy his play. I'm a fan of players who don't really need to use their bodies all the time. That's why I respect playmakers a lot. All that time I used to watch David Silva at Man City, it used to hurt me. I used to think, what if Chelsea could have such a player? And at one point we had a One Mata. At one point we had Cesc Fabregas. That was some sublime football. You could even see the passes. You could even see the link-up play. People enjoying themselves. Wingers enjoying themselves. Nowadays, our wingers can't even enjoy the game because they are expected to dribble past the player and put the ball in the box and hopefully turn it into a goal. But when you had a One Mata in the team, when you had a Fabregas in the team, when you had an Oscar in the team, you would know as a winger to say, I have a lot of chances, about 15 chances I have to face my opponent. Because it's not solely dependent on me, you see? And that's what I watched tonight. I have to say, it's really, really been amazing. Like, I was seeing these legends scoring goals and creating the play and giving all these passes, things we never even remember the Asians for, like the perfect passing. You know, Asian is one of those you'd remember to be a hard worker, like an engine in the midfield. But we never credited him that much for his passing. And today I saw it and I kind of remembered. We used to be great. We used to be great. We used to be a Chelsea. But anyway, we can't just keep looking in the past. We have to enjoy what we have now. I have to say I'm glad we are having these games, like these legendary games. This is just something we can use to bring back the morale into the team. I'm sure if the young lads see the old guys do that, they have to step up. Even the manager has to step up, because at one point I used to see the gameplay of those guys and I was like, why is Di Matteo not our coach? Why is he not our manager? Because if he could create that kind of link up among the Chelsea players, just going through Bayern with that sublime football, he could manage us. But then I remembered to say, okay, these guys were just top class. They are legends for a reason. They were just top class. Football is in their brains. You see, you can put them in the team and within a short period, they'll understand each other and they'll understand what each person needs from the other. They'll actually play to their strengths. Yeah. And one other thing is, because the way the game is, a Legends game doesn't have that much intensity, which means you have a little bit more time on the board to decide on what you're going to do. Yeah, no wonder these are just called friendly matches. They are matches which you just get to showcase your skills a bit, nobody on your back every time. Yeah. But anyway, I just thought I'd make this video because I enjoyed that game very much. I enjoyed the goals. I enjoyed seeing John Terry. I enjoyed seeing Essien. Thiago the most. I enjoyed seeing Thiago. Like, he used to be my man. Because growing up, I was a skinny kid and I used to play in the midfield. I used to enjoy how Thiago played. I know I was young. I don't remember watching all the 38 Premier League matches, but those that I managed to watch, man, I used to enjoy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a short recap, something happening on the weekend while Chelsea is away. Enjoy your weekend. Be with the people who love you. Be with the people you love. Catch us when we come back from the international break. This is Fred. Peace.